morning, everybody. So I want to share a story of something that happened yesterday to me, just to prove how gracious and how loving and protecting and good the Lord is. So yesterday I was having a rough day. It was just not great for me mentally. Wasn't productive. It was a lot of things, not good things. It was just hard. And I decided that I just needed to exercise to try to give myself some energy or something. And I was like, no, I don't want to exercise. I'm not in the mood. I'm not feeling it. I don't feel well. But I decided to anyway. And typically I would exercise in the living room on a hardwood floor, but it's very uncomfortable. And we just got a rug in our office. And I thought, okay, well, I'll exercise on the rug in the office. So I go in there to exercise and I lie down on the rug and I start doing my workouts. And in that same room, I have my boudoir that has all my makeup on it. It's directly beside a window in the office. And the sunlight was streaming through the window. So I was on the floor exercising, just doing my thing. And I look around the room sometimes while I'm doing my exercises. And I looked around, and when I looked over at my boudoir, I saw this thin wisp of smoke coming off of it. Now, granted, I was on the floor, so I couldn't see the top of the desk. I only saw the corner piece and then smoke coming up in the light of the sun, and I could see it. And I was like, what the heck? So I sat up, and when I sat up, I couldn't see anything. And then I was like, did I leave a candle burning? But I knew I didn't have a candle there on that side of the boudoir. There's nothing. So I was like, well, that's really weird. Maybe I'm losing my mind. So I lay back down because it was just weird. And I was like, this day is just crazy. So this is not going well. So I got back down to do my exercises and I kept doing them. And then I just kept looking over there because I'm like, this is so weird. Like, what was that? And then I was thinking, like, the vent. Do we have a vent there that's smoking? There's no vent. I looked for a vent. And so I just kept doing my exercises and I didn't see it again. I was like, cool. Weird. Very weird. So then I look over and again, I finally see it again. And it's more smoke this time and it's thicker. And I was like, what is that? So I sat up right away to look. And on my boudoir, I saw what looked like a bright patch of sunlight because the sun was coming through the window. And I touched it and it burnt me. And I was like, what the heck? It's so hot. And then I realized that my mirror that I have sitting on my boudoir was tilted. It's a two-sided mirror. And one side is like a mirror that magnifies. And so that magnifying side was turned towards the window and it was tilted down a little bit because I look on the other side. So it's tilted down. The sun was reflecting through the window onto that mirror and bouncing onto the table in this hot, direct heat. And it was smoldering the top of the table. And that's where the smoke was coming from. I immediately kind of flipped out. So I moved the mirror and I helped the wood calm down. And then realized that if I hadn't decided to do exercising in that room, I never would have seen the smoke because I couldn't have seen it from any other angle except from the floor. And that could have caught our entire house on fire if I had just been doing stuff around the house and went into a fire in that room, because that table is very old and it could have easily caught fire. And there was more wood beside it from a plaque that we had from our wedding. And then a bunch of other highly flammable things that were in that room because it's our office. And all of it could have gone up in flames easily. And I was just shocked and scared, but like moved at the fact that the Lord protected me in this house, like by convincing me I needed to exercise, which I have not been good about anyway recently. And it was just amazing to see how God used that moment in a really tough day for me to show his protection and his love for us, that that could have just done so much damage. It could have done so much damage to us and our house. And the Lord is just so good, and he is so loving. And we just don't, as humans, we just don't realize, and we take for granted all the things that we have, but it all comes back to the good Lord being willing to love us in our weak, faithless state. And yeah, I just thought I'd share it because it really made me see a glimpse of the glory of God and all of his might, and how he can use small things and little things to show his might and his glory, and that he loves us so much and is always watching out for us in ways that we see, in ways we don't see, and just the amazingness of him and who he is. Anyway, that was my story. So I hope it encouraged you to remember just how much the Lord loves you.